Okay, so next on my list, I'm gonna go with this guy right here, Lil Xan. Now, Lil Xan. It's actually been so long since I even thought about Lil Xan or listened to his music. And sometimes I'll see like posts about him, like nostalgic posts. And yeah, like he's not necessarily the best artist, but at the time he showed that there is room for guys who are super weird, just random face tats, no real like musical identity, but it just the scene opened up so much when Lil Xan came out that it was like anyone can do this. That's how I felt when Lil Xan popped off. I was like, bro, anyone can do this. It don't matter if you from the streets. It don't matter what your aesthetic is. Doesn't have to be traditional hip hop at all. And what I realized is there's no rule book for artists these days. And with Lil Xan, he actually opened the door for there not being a rule book. He's one of those artists where it's like, bro, he has a fan base and they support him. Okay. Who else is like that? Who's somebody who doesn't seem like they should be in the game typically, but they somehow are and they have a fan base? And I know Lil Xan's career didn't last long, but he did have fans for a little bit. And I also feel like it's cool to see like different nationalities in the game and stuff, like just more diversity, because like hip hop culture, rap culture, underground culture is for everybody. It's for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are. So I wanted to introduce somebody to you guys who's not your typical rapper, still raps on the beats the same, still super hard. Everything sounds like super polished. Actually sounds better than Lil Xan's music for sure. And he's just not your typical rapper. Like everything about him is flagrant. You know, like Lil Xan came in here kind of trolling everyone. He came in here kind of being a disruptor. So this guy that I introduced has to be the same way. And he's actually one of my favorite artists that I listen to. If you don't know him, his name is 4-5. Yeah, you got to spell it out though. 4-5. You got to spell it all the way out. You can't just put 45. No. 4-5. Right. And this guy is like Puerto Rican. But he came in the game super hot to me. Like, I've never heard a bad song from him. He does some EDM songs too. He seemed like he tapped into different cultures. So I kind of like that. I like that about him. Let me show you guys some of his music so you can get an understanding.
In Mexico, get caught up like classical. We shattered back, Eskimo. Thank God I brought the extra coat. You rich little bro, say yes or no. Your money slow like Eskimo. Brother put up with a couple breads, breads. Me and my little brother put up with a couple breads. All the hoes is trapping and they look like they a bread.
Yeah, so you can get that little sample. And you know what about 4-5? I could tell he's inspired by like the Cardi era and like Whole Lotta Red era. So it's not even like he's super different. I just think his approach is different. I haven't seen him do any collabs. Every song is just him. He keeps creating quality work. He's just not as visible as some of these other guys. And I think that's what makes him different from Lil Xan, is that nowadays we're used to people being different, and that's not really enough. You could be different, but who cares? Now it's like, are you different and talented? Right? Are you unique and talented? 4-5 is more talent than Lil Xan to me. And that's why I would give 4-5 the dub over Lil Xan. They kind of represent the same thing, but 4-5 is just a way more polished version. And just like, yeah, that's all I could say. So Lil Xan takes the L right now, but that's okay because like bro's career is not, I mean, it's not really like he's depending on it anymore. I feel like he would have been making more music or trying to just do something else. I mean, maybe it just doesn't work for him. I don't know. But there's so many guys in the game that it's like, what is stopping Lil Xan from making music that people like? Is it him? Is people already used to him? What is it? I don't know. I just feel like he fell out the paint, and maybe it's some personal stuff, right? Like it could be personal stuff. So that could be why he kind of disappeared. But I mean, not every guy is supposed to stay in the game forever either. So it's okay. And we're going to move on. And we're going to move on to somebody I think is really close to 1000 Band Fani. also like in that scene, like when the underground first started popping off, it was about experimental music. It was about being uncomfortable. It was about who can be so like clever, right? And this is one of the most clever rappers I've ever heard. I feel like he can turn anything into a song. He can rap any style he wants. He's really talented. And this guy right here, yeah, he's just like a pillar in underground music. You've heard of him before. His name is Ski Mask the Slump God. Let's go. Ski Mask. That's my boy. Let's go. Bro, been around. Like, you hear Ski Mask, you know it's him. He still got a fan base. I know he's still doing it. Like, he would make a great executive producer too. Like, with the amount of crazy artists that are out, I feel like he opened the door for unique rapping. Like, seriously, like a unique rapping ability. If you have that, lock in with Ski Mask, because he could probably give you some pointers on like flow tips, and I feel like he just knows what artists should be doing. Like, he knows how to do it, bro. He knows how to make underground music that could last years. Yeah, he's not the biggest artist in this group, but he's one of the guys who like a founding father in a way. I wouldn't say the underground scene is the same without Ski Mask. Seriously. So with Ski Mask, I want to compare him to another guy who raps about whatever he wants to rap about. I mean, like Ski Mask made Coolest Monkey in the Jungle, right? So he don't care about what he's talking about. He will make a song about anything. He could do it. He's the one who could do it. So I want to get somebody else just as creative and who can make their own songs out of anything, right? And also somebody who can stay in their own lane, who's not worried about like fitting in. Ski Mask doesn't fit in. He just doesn't. He does like what he feels is best. And the person I say is most like that, I would give it to Isaiah TG, right? And if you know, you know. Like, if you know, you know. Because Isaiah had been making music. He's been doing it for a while. He's been in the underground for a while. Like, where it's like, if you don't know who he is, I kind of question everything about you. Like, do you even know what you're talking about, bro? Like, are we talking about the same underground? Because you're not mentioning Isaiah TG. It's like not mentioning Ski Mask the Slim God in 2016. You know what I'm saying? Also, Isaiah TG is hilarious. Like, that man is funny, bro. Like, he's clever. He's super clever. All his raps, he's always saying something clever. And he even made a song about how the Spurs lost to the Knicks. I'm like, bro, he will make literally anything. He's just like Ski Mask, in my opinion. You guys don't have to like that one. I personally do. Like, I see the similarities. The music doesn't sound the same, but like the role they both play is very important to the underground. And Isaiah TG needs to get his respect in that lane, just like Ski Mask. And if I had to give the dub to either one of these guys, oof, this is going to be a challenge, because Ski Mask has done enough in his career to where he's like stamped. And I feel like Isaiah TG is pretty stamped too. They're both stamped. So it does come down to, at this point, potential. Has Ski Mask already lived up to his potential? Is there more room for Ski Mask to grow? I do. I think as an executive producer, as like behind the scenes, or like Opium type of Cardi level, where he's like helping younger artists. And I think that's what he hasn't done enough, where he hasn't became a big dog yet. Like, I should be seeing him in a big dog role now, right? That's what a lot of these guys should transition into, a big dog role. So the question is, who do we give this dub to? I'm gonna go Ski Mask. He deserves it. He's like the pillar, bro. Like, Ski Mask just developed a sound that left so many gems that we could use today in our music. Like, bro, I could guarantee another artist will pop off from copying Ski Mask. Like, a lot of these guys be paying homage. Yo, who's gonna be the first person to do Ski Mask homage? That is gonna go up. Trust me. I know. I just know that. So I'm gonna give him the dub, because yeah, bro, I could see artists trying to be like him still. And it's gonna happen. You may not have seen it yet, but like, once people come back to Earth and they stop trying to be aliens for a little bit, they're gonna be like, I just want to be a dope underground artist who has a fan base, and I'm creative. That's gonna be Ski Mask. So Ski Mask got the dub for sure. Although Isaiah TG, he got some work to do. When he locks in, he's gonna go up. Again, he's gonna have another run for sure. I could see that coming for him. But that's like if he leaves the crib and like locks in though. Like he gotta put himself out there if he wants that. But if he doesn't, he don't have to either. He could just stay locked in at home. Just keep doing him. You know. So we're gonna move on to somebody else now. And I wanna really stick to like the deep cuts. I feel like talking about the guys who are beyond visible is always better because it just shows that like you don't have to be the number one mainstream guy in the game to have a great career. You could literally be a 10-year career off of serving your audience great music and quality songs that you like. So this person that's coming up next has to be somebody that we all appreciate them for what they have done in the game. And you could say that, yeah, maybe their impact wasn't the biggest, but it showed us what's possible. It showed us that, yeah, you could literally have a great career off of, you only need one moment in the underground scene to have a 10-year career. Bro, what? Yo, hold on. Take a step back. I'm gonna take a step back for that one. We gotta actually think about this real quick. So look, you only need one moment for real. You only need one moment to blow your career up. What? So if you're just looking for that one moment, I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean. Look at my boy right here. Look at my boy. My boy D Savage, bro. My boy D Savage. Bro had one video of him rapping in the car. Probably one of the first snippets to carry a man's career. For like 5 years straight, it felt like. Like the D Savage clip was going around for 5 years straight. And now when you listen to his music, you're like, dang, bro, he evolved so much. And it's like really actually enjoyable because sometimes it's like cool to have somebody at the butt of the joke or like the meme and stuff. But also, why are we paying attention to the jokes more than his work? His work is way better than the video of him in a car. Like if you listen to his music, it's like there's so much to talk about D Savage, and I think nowadays he's getting his respect and flowers because yeah, we're 10 years removed and he's low-key a legend off of that one video. So that's what I mean by one video or one snippet, one clip can give you a 10-year career, and it's about what you do with it. D Savage could have fell off, he could have disappeared, but he never let that be an option. I don't think he could let himself ever fall off, bro. So that is the kind of guy that we got to give that respect to. Internet sensation keeps his career going for 10 years, right? Who else can we say is like that? Where it's like the internet, his following pushes him further than he would have been if he didn't have that. And for that kind of conversation, I feel like there's one guy specifically whose internet following is almost bigger than his music. And that's why it's like you're looking in the mirror almost, because we've seen it happen before and now we're seeing it happen again. But we gotta really put these guys in the same picture so we can really see it and we'll see the similarities. And this guy right here, Xavier is so based. Like, bro, he's lit, bro. Like, I was just like, okay, how is this kid in a white t-shirt blowing up? Like, what is he even doing? I'm like, what is he even doing? And then I go online and he's so just tapped in with his fan base. He's such an authentic dude that it's like, is it even about the music with him? I can't tell. That's how I felt about D Savage. Like, is it even about the music? But eventually the music catches up with people, right? Eventually we start realizing like, dang, them boys be cooking. And Xavier is so based, he's definitely one of them because he's been in the studio with Doo-Wop Kane. So I know he has music that's gonna be like, I mean, let's look at his music right now. I already know he has great music. I mean, he has 1 million monthly listeners. It's not the most, but it's just showing that like yeah, he has consistent projects. It's not like he's not playable. So for whatever reason that he's popping, it's either the internet or the music. Just like D Savage.
Bitch, I love the blog, but I hate the blog. Niggas, they ain't ready, so they getting blocked. Shorty on my dick, she tryna give me slop. You could catch me smoking on the latest Matt was dry. Shorty pick it up, I'm throwing bands in the club. Man, this nigga talking down, but his ass up. Niggas talking down, but in person they don't say nothing. My teachers.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, his music is good. I like his music. Yo, yeah. So maybe like the Jerk era, I wasn't really like paying attention too much, but I could see, like even Sia or Saya XO, he's part of the Jerk era too. So I could see that bass came out of that era. I could just hear it, obviously, and that's super tough. I love Jerk music. So, bro, and what Xavier So Bass raps about is like super real, bro. Like he's talking about the blogs, he's talking about everything. I don't think he's capping on his raps. So I really respect that. I really respect that about Xavier So Bass. He giving it up. So whoever giving it up, you got my vote, bro. You got my vote every time. One thing about Xavier So Bass, he always look geeked though. He always be looking geeked every time. I'm like, bro, he's a Rolling Stone for real or something. But you know, that's the young cat. He's super young. He got a lot of time to grow. Just like D Savage, bro. Like he could literally be even bigger, man. So right now, if we had to go D Savage versus Xavier So Bass, it's a hard conversation, bro. Like D Savage still putting music out today, so I could see him being a little bit tight if he don't get the dub. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because it's like I'm still competing. D Savage still a competitor. That's a competitor now. So he competing with Xavier So Bass. I don't know how he feels about that. I don't. And if Xavier So Bass takes the dub, what does that mean for D Savage, right? It's like he's getting passed up almost. But I don't think he's getting passed up. The music is different, you know? The music is different. It's just similarities. You know, it's just similarities. So how can we, if we had to go D Savage versus Xavier So Bass, who do y'all got? I think Xavier So Bass takes the dub. Why? Because I feel like D Savage music took a while to catch up to his fame and publicity. And with Xavier So Bass, it seems like his music is right there in the combo. Like, yes, people talk about him online too, like personally him, but also his music backs it up. And at first, I feel like D Savage's music wasn't backing up all the talk at first, but now it does. But I can only assume in 10 years, Xavier So Bass is probably going to be bigger because the consistency is already there. And because the consistency is already there, being beyond visible, of course, thinking about the future, thinking about the influence, I can see long term, Xavier So Bass is probably more influential than D Savage. So that's why Xavier So Bass will take the dub today. We're going to give it to him. It's okay though, D Savage. I feel like you have already outperformed. You've already outperformed, so you don't got to worry too much. This is just more about, you know, where are we going with the next generation? Is the next generation actually cooked? Because I'm seeing a lot of similarities and it doesn't look that bad for the next gen. As much as people try to make it seem like, oh, they're cooked. I don't think so. Because, I mean, look at what we got going on. We got 40 versus 40, baby. Let's go. Okay, so next up, let's bring some girls in the mix. I want to bring some girls in the mix. Yeah, I want to bring this girl in the mix. I haven't really talked about her in a while. I feel like people kind of forget about her. And that's why it's interesting to talk about this video because, you know, I mean, it's 10 years later, right? It's only 10 years later. It's only 10 years later. And when Young and May came out, man, she took over the scene, bro. She took over the scene. I'm talking about, I seen straight dudes trying to be like Young and May. I'm just like, bro, do you know how hard that is, bro, man? I'm like, wait, is she dressing up as me or are we dressing up as her? You know what I'm saying? It's trippy. It's trippy, bro. That's how tough she is, man. It makes you question your own sexuality. Like, that's how tough Young and May was. I'm over here like, am I dressing up as a... No. It's my clothes anyway. It's already what I would be wearing. I'm good. But like, that's influential. She's influential. Bro, you got guys listening to her at the time. Bro, we feeling the same way she feel. I'm like, we the same. I've never seen that. I've never felt so connected to a woman before. But obviously, you know, she ain't a woman like that. I wouldn't even be calling her that. I feel like that's rude. I don't even know what to do. I'm not even gonna worry about it. But if I had to compare Young and May, obviously Young and May is gay, but that don't mean that we can't compare her to a girl who's feminine, by the way. Because I like to keep the girls together so we can say like which girl is carrying Young and May's legacy. Who's carrying the Young and May legacy in the game? Because we gotta like show flowers, bro. We can't just be loving people and then forget about them. Let's keep it going. So who can we say is keeping that Young and May energy going? Yeah, honestly, I would say this girl's keeping it going for her. That's what I respect. I respect the artist. If you're a young artist, pay homage and keep it going. Don't be trying to act like you bigger than the program. Instead, you know, embrace the program. And I feel like this girl embraced the program the most. BK the Ruler embraced the program. She like is so dedicated to the music. I could hear it in her music. I've heard her sound evolve and change. I could see that she's still pushing herself to be a better artist. Also love the subject matter. I feel like she really bends the mold for women and what they rap about. Like she's rapping about the same thing guys rap about, talking about girls. Like BK, I think she's bi, but that's what makes the best music when you get both perspectives in one artist, right? Like with Young and May, it's kind of like we got the guy perspective in a way. We already kind of know that. But with BK, it's like I'm getting the girl perspective and the guy perspective at the same time, right? So I'm like, okay, I like hearing the duality of BK the Ruler, right? I actually think what gives BK the edge over Young and May is her duality, right? Like she could be feminine if she wants, but she can also be super hard if she wants. So I do think that with Young and May, it sucks because that's not her role to be feminine. And I feel like BK wasn't always trying to do that, but nowadays, when you can express yourself fluidly both ways, it doesn't really like stop you. Like, bro, we have bisexual men rapping. It doesn't matter what you do with yourself. It matters what the music sounds like, right? It doesn't matter what you like. And a lot of people be getting hung up on who's straight, who's gay, who's bi. Like, bro, let's not worry about that. Let's listen to their music. Well, that's what we're here for. We don't care about what they're doing with themselves. And I feel like Young and May got too much like attention about her sexuality and not her music, right? Even like rappers talking about they want to sleep with Young and May, like Kodak. Like, bro, when Kodak rapped that, I'm like, bro, I understand the pressure of being a woman because even when you don't associate with the feminine build, you're still looked at like that. That's not really healthy, right? We want to like let women be themselves. So BK the Ruler, I feel like is keeping that energy going because she's not allowing anyone to define the kind of girl or rapper she is, which is very impactful for the next generation. And 10 years from now, there could be another BK the Ruler rapper, but they wouldn't be the same without listening to BK be so free and raw. That's what opens the door up. If you want to be beyond visible, you have to influence people in an unseen way that is just impactful. It doesn't have to be the flashiest or out there telling people what to do. But if you can influence people into a direction that's creative or artistic or expressive, you always get the dub for that, right? And I feel like Young and May was one of the biggest influence for girl rappers. I feel like BK can be the exact same way. And if we had to do a versus, Young and May versus BK the Ruler, I feel like that's good comp. That's great comp. The question is, who's more impactful? Now, BK is impactful, bro. Like, not many people doing what she's doing right now. Young and May changed the game up. Like, she shook it up. She got like random white girls singing her song, you know? That's like a level. That's how you know you made it. If you got white girls in the valley singing your music, you made it, bro. Ooh. That's funny, bro. That's funny. Ooh. I think because of I think that because of the legacy MA left behind, she opened the door for girls like BK. So she might get the dub, but I will say this. BK seems to be more about the music. Like, her music is lasting longer than Young and May. Like, BK's been around. She's been cooking, you know. So I think that she's shown a little bit more longevity, which is why I would give her the dub, actually. I think I'm going to give BK the dub because although Young and May is a legend and she's great, the sample size is pretty small. Like, it's almost too small. It's almost too small for my liking. I really wish something else happened with her career, like more, I don't know, like maybe more support. Maybe she just needed more supporters, not people just talking about what she like, who she likes to sleep with. Like, I don't really think that's interesting. I think hearing a Young and May tape right now would be fun, or like an actual like blown up project. Maybe I just gotta tap in with her music again. I mean, I haven't listened to her in a while, so I'm gonna definitely circle back and see what's up.